So when it comes to ULEZ, they say it's about the emissions, but as time goes on, it looks like it's about the millions. The headline says that the ULEZ expansion has brought in £26 million in its first month, as more than 57,000 vehicles a day have been hit with charges. That's £26 million that could be revolving around the economy, but instead it essentially goes into Sadiq Khan's back pocket, probably to be spent on more ULEZ cameras to keep the cycle ticking over. It says that 57,200 drivers a day have been paying the £12.50 levy, generating almost £24 million for Transport for London by the end of September. And more than 13,000 people have been sent £180 fines, generating almost £2.5 million for Sadiq Khan and his expensive shenanigans. And over £26 million a month in fines works out to over £866,000 every single day that's being taken away from hard-working Londoners. And their crime? Well, they just had the audacity to drive in their capital city. But with all of this money being spent on the scheme, and with all of these fines being earned by the second, is any of this actually working? And are London's pollution levels actually going down? Well, nobody really knows, because it says that Sadiq Khan will have to wait until the 1-year report, which conveniently will not be published until next year's elections, to find out whether the ULEZ expansion has actually cut vehicle emissions, meaning that Sadiq Khan is more than happy to collect your £12.50s, and he's even happier when he gets to scrap your family car for taxpayer handouts. But nobody actually knows if any of this is working, nor does anyone know what the unintended consequences are, which is usually the most important thing when it comes to government plans. Because it says that today's figures show that there's been a 2% fall in traffic, but they don't say if it was for a positive reason, and they don't say if it was for a negative. For all the government know, this could be tens of thousands of people being unable to afford the fines, leading me to believe that it's not about the emissions, but instead it's about the money. And speaking of things getting completely out of control, have a look at this video where it turns out that crime in the UK is even worse than you can imagine. So thank you for subscribing, thank you to the channel members, and thank you for checking out this video on screen.
This country has gone crazy.